Hello, beer tubers. Peter, the master of puppets, here with
Nicholas.
You haven't seen Nicholas on the channel for a million years.
Last time was a foul beer tasting of 2000 and something. Puking.
Yes, and actually, when I was making Brewery 4000, I was looking at old content. And you're in one of the intro videos with Henrik when we're out in the snow at my mom's place.
Oh yeah.
Which is like 15 years ago.
Something like that.
It's a long time ago. But we're drinking some beer today, and I'm pouring for Nicholas right now. That Nicholas has had many times.
I've had the whiskey-infused version many times.
Yes, and I thought you were the one to share this with because you like Belgian beers a lot. You've been a big advocate of Belgian beer. So I thought this should be something we try together. Technically, this is a Throwback Thursday video. I might air it as a Throwback Thursday video, or it's just going to air as a 22 vintage of Gouden Carolus Cuvée van de Keizer.
11% ABV.
Yeah, this is a very legendary Belgian beer. It's a Belgian strong dark ale. I think anyone who's into Belgian beer will know this beer. It's got a very good reputation. It's got a huge fan base in northern Jutland, actually. If you've ever been to, have you heard of Ølsmeren fra Gøl?
Nope. You might have, if you follow this guy.
Might have. He has a bottle shop where he makes, he does opening hours and sells different beers, but he's apparently the place in Denmark that sells the most of this beer and all their beers. They are very famous for their Christmas beer, and for the Danish market, they have an Easter beer, only the Danish market. And they also have a whiskey-infused version. So the brewery is called Van Steenbergen. No, that's Hit Anker.
That's my favorite.
Yes. This is Hit Anker. And I have not tried this beer in years. And I got a bottle just because I thought it would be fun to revisit. Because I reviewed the Easter beer this year, and I was like, let's revisit Gouden Carolus. I loved this back in the day. I thought this was insane. This was amazing beer. And I haven't had it since, really. Like, I've had it sporadically, maybe at tastings, but it's not something I've revisited. So I'm curious to see with our tastes now, if this is still a good beer, or if it's just like another Belgian beer.
It's funny that you should mention the Brewery van Steenberg, because the first beer, the first Belgian beer I had was the Westmalle Double at 7-point-something% ABV. But the first Belgian beer I fell in love with was actually from Brewery van Steenberg, Gouden Carolus, and they actually made a 9000 version. And Peter and I used to live in Aalborg, both of us.
Oh
and
yeah,
the postal code for Aalborg is 9000.
It's over 9000.
The regular Gouden Carolus, which comes in a lovely little chubby flask, is the triple version of the Belgian beer. But the quadruple version is the 9000. That was actually, in my opinion, a lesser beer, but both good.
Yeah, like I haven't had it. Well, actually, I had it not recently. I actually had it on vacation because my brother-in-law really loves it as well. And it was in 4-packs in Lidl. And that's interesting because it used to be a beer you just bought by the bottle and bottle shops, but these days it's a supermarket beer. And I think this is a mix. You can buy this sometimes in supermarkets, or it's like I'm not sure if it's a seasonal release or what it is, but I think it's like the exclusive limited beer from the brewery. It's not even limited. You can get this year-round, can't you? It's like maybe the flagship. It's the beer that they're known for. I'm looking forward to this. This will be interesting. I haven't had this beer in years, and I actually have the whiskey-infused one at home to review, but I thought it was appropriate to try this.
4.5. I gave it on Taps.
Nice. I thought it was appropriate to try the regular version first. I mean, this looks like a stout on camera, but if you
way more amber.
Yeah, it's got like ruby
reddish
tones.
Yeah.
I got a light in front of the camera. It shows ruby hues. You can't see that right now, but
it used to have, when he first poured it.
It was the head was like
like a nice, like a soft tan, like a whitish tan head.
Yeah.
Fingers wide.
It pours the thickest of heads for Belgian beer. But let's try and check out the aroma. It smells really good. Actually, although we've had some big barrel-aged stouts and whatnot, you can totally, like, this smells like
yeast.
Yes, and it can hold its own. There's so much fruitiness on this. I'm also getting like star anise, like licorice.
I'm getting more of the dark fruits, like raisins.
Yeah, raisin kind of figs. I'm also getting something that reminds me a bit of Bassett wine gums, like the blackcurrant one.
Yeah.
And candy sugar as well.
again, this takes me back to drinking Belgian beers, which was popular like 10 years ago, and I wouldn't drink anything besides Belgian beers, and I just want to taste it.
It smells really good. It's got a lot of fruitiness, and I'm like was it 11%?
11%.
Like you don't smell any alcohol or anything.
Yep.
It's
not
just
boozy
like,
at all.
No, it's just like a lot of vibrant fruitiness. But I think there's also underneath a bit of breadiness. There's like some full kind of a bready vibe.
Yeah. Like a sweet maltiness.
Yeah. Let's try Gouden Carolus Cuvée Keizer for the first time in years. That's really good Belgian beer. That is really good Belgian beer. It's so full-bodied.
Yeah.
Full-bodied, but it finishes really dry. Yeah, it finishes really dry.
It's not like it doesn't like set heavy in your stomach. It's more. It's refreshing. Not like an easy drinking lager, but it's. I want more because it's been years since I've had a good Belgian beer, so I just want to down this whole.
Pound it.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about this, like it has so much of like, if you think like classic Belgian, if you think like quads and stuff like that.
Not a lot of carbonation. You could sip with this for half an hour, 45 minutes. It wouldn't feel flat because it's not overly carbonated from the beginning.
No, it's so fluffy in the mouth too, but it's really fruity. Like in loads of like dry, dark fruits. There's like blackcurrant. Like I really think there's a lot of that like blackcurrant gummy candy, when you have the Basset wine gums. I'm getting a lot of that, but there's so much also a classic Belgian phenolic spice. There's a lot of spice to it. Like I think star anise
in a spicy way, but you get like Christmas spice.
Yeah, it feels almost Christmassy, but not really 100%.
Oh yes, very good, very good.
We've got intruders.
We got guests. They want to drink the beer.
But this being the first Belgian beer, proper Belgian beer I've had for absolute years. I think 4 years.
I can understand. I can. Oh my god, this is so random. We don't know these people.
Are you guys still talking about the same beer?
I don't know who these people are. These guys just walked up.
But it's a great beer. It's in my opinion, the last beer I remember.
Drinkable. If this is 11%, you can drink it like a session beer almost.
You would feel it after. This is a 750 milliliter bottle. You would absolutely feel the 11%, but you don't taste the booziness. Absolutely, at all. I've had the what's called Tokyo King barley wine. I've had barley wines, which are the ones I've had 10%, 11%, 12%.
Feeling more boozy than this?
That are way more boozy than this. This has got the, like a whiskey, it's got the booze covered in layers of taste.
One thing with this, you can also feel this is a beer that has been brewed a lot. Like, Anker has been brewing this beer for a long time. They know how they make it. They dialed this in. Like, this is dialed into where it's supposed to be. It's like, I had a feeling this would be good, but this is like fucking great Belgian beer. Like, I've been so away from Belgian beer for a while, but drinking this is just like, fuck, this is actually a masterpiece. Like, if I ever created a Belgian strong dark ale like this, I'd be insanely stoked. It has all the parameters you want of this kind of style. It has all the dark fruit, it has all the candied sugar notes, it has all that spice, and it's got dryness and fullness. Like, it strikes a balance between all these things. Like, because sometimes you can get Belgian strong dark ale attempts from craft brewers that are like really sweet and like too much, or they can be really dry. This has the balance between like rich, sweet, and dry. So it's like, it's super sessionable, and it's an 11% beer, which is really insanely well done. Like, I understand why, like, this...
If you got like an 11% porter stout, you would be floored
within
20 minutes. This, you could drink and be like, oh, I'm good.
I understand why there's a massive fan base for this as well. Like, this beer has such a big fan base, and you totally sense why. And I understand why people love it so much. Like, this is a beer that is for the darker times, it's for the winter times, and it's not a modern beer. It's not like, pastry crazy, but it's got all those like dark, rich flavors, all that Belgian yeast characteristic and whatnot that you want in this kind of style. And it really nails it. Like, it's not boozy, but it's fluffy, it's soft, yet dry. It has so much like dark fruit. It has those dates, figgy notes. It has that dark fruity Basset wine gum candy. Then it has like the spicy notes like pepper and then lots of star anise. I think it's a really well brewed beer.
The sweetness of port in a like a port wine, an easily drinking configuration. That's this beer.
Yeah,
Like a Colhetta.
Yeah.
Colhetta. I could drink this glass and 7 more of them. It's not like you drink half a pint and you're like, I'm done. It's a great beer. You could drink this by yourself, or you could share it with someone.
yeah. I think this is a really good study if you want to brew Belgian beer on how to do it completely right. Like
Or
if you
drink
want
it.
or drink, yeah. Or just if you want to try, like this is how you brew a Belgian strong dark ale. Like this is it. Like anyone who's trying to imitate the style Belgian strong dark ale, they just need to drink this and then they try to aim for that. This feels like the quintessential style example.
I want to try, can we fill up my glass, a reasonable amount? I want to do exactly. I want to see if you chuck this amount, how you feel afterwards.
So you're gonna chug it.
Yeah, because you get that.
I'm gonna have to
that
chug it with
distinct-
you now.
Exactly.
Okay.
That distinct Belgian yeast flavor. I want to see if I feel.
Okay, so we're gonna make a
afterwards.
different review today. And we're gonna chug Gouden Carolus. Okay, let's do it. Cheers. Very distinct Belgian taste.
A lot more of the bready, yeasty notes.
Yeah, a lot more sweetness. I wouldn't recommend people chug this, but you can chug it.
You can chug it. If you get the notification like the taxi is 3 minutes away, chug it.
But I would say this is the style-defining Belgian strong dark ale, and that merits a world-class grade. And people will not agree with this, but I'm going to give this a 95. I think this deserves a 95 because if you think of this as a style, and if this is the style-defining example of said style, it needs to be in the world class, and that's 95. So like if you need to brew a Belgian strong dark ale, and this is what it needs to meet, it needs to be a 95. So therefore I'm going to 95. This is fucking world class beer. What do you think, Niklas?
I love it. I would say in terms of nostalgia, I prefer the Gouden Carolus, the regular quadruple version. But this, or the whiskey infused, because I first had the whiskey infused with my father. But this one, it brings back all those memories of both the whiskey infused with my father or Gouden Carolus. I had back at a place called London Pub in Aalborg. It's a great beer. It's not too much in terms of flavor, so I can, for example, chug it. But it
What you did.
as we just did, as you do. It paves the road for other Belgian beers in this category. It's a beautiful, rich, like strong dark ale in the world of Belgian beers, and I would drink it again, especially at this price point. Absolutely, get this beer.
I think this you need, if you want to experience great Belgian beer and strong ales, Cuvée van de Keizer is your jam. So thanks so much for watching, guys. This was a little bit of a long video, but we rambled, we chugged. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And it's very late. It almost looks like we have northern lights, but it's just Denmark. So
It's the
not.
dusk.
It's just the dusk.
We're sat at the sea, actually. Or by a lake,
a
actually.
lake, not the sea.
Looks like a sea. We're sat
It's
at the
Denmark.
sea.
We're a tiny country, so no,
Right, fish.
didn't work.
No.
But thanks so much for watching. Yeah, we were eating just grass. We didn't catch anything.
Basically, we're vegetarians.
Yeah, so we're okay with that. But if you guys had a chance to try Cuvée van de Keizer, Wonderful beer. Let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up and join, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers in a really iconic Belgian beer. And see you guys in another beer review.